COMP12 is basically a first-year module for students in ECS school, for those who are gonna study for computer science related modules. That may including general computer science and software engineering, and probably some students from other schools that need to do something about programming as well, things like for some economics students or probably for some math students. This is a pretty large module, and sometimes we may have a classroom with about 300 students. I think the main reason why this module got nominated from our students is because this module is well organized. There were two main platforms we were using in the last semester. The first one is the simple one on the module page, which contains everything that students should know about this module. There is a pretty large detailed timetable with everything. The time for every single event that include online lectures, that include labs, and the deadlines to the coursework, as well as some links to the recordings to the lectures, and the links to the coursework and lab work. And another one is called Discord. This is a support platform which could help our students to sort out their problems while they are learning. And we have the teaching team working on there, so if the student have some questions, they could simply leave their question in there, and the module team, or probably some high achiever students, will answer them immediately.
The most helpful thing I found was that the module was very well structured. Every piece of information was in one place. I didn't have to look for it either on a site or a social platform. Everything was there and it was easily accessible.
What I found most helpful about the module's online platforms was definitely the fact that it was on Discord, and we got notifications whenever they uploaded new content or there was more to do, and also the fact that everything was all on the wiki, like the work they'd put in was completely tangible, it was all really clear-cut.
I believe the biggest change we've made this year in VLE is how to support our students. Because Programming 2 is a practical module with lots of hands-on practice. And actually this is not a difficult task for the module team in regular lives without COVID-19 pandemic. However, in this year when everything moves online, it's going to be a really big challenge for the students. Because for some of them, it is pretty difficult for them to describe in text about all the questions or problems they are having in terms of programming. But with this Discord, it's going to be much easier. The student could simply share their screen to some demonstrators, and the demonstrator could simply check their code and give them hands-on tutorials, and probably tell them how to Google in the future if they face some similar problem. And even without working hours, the student could still leave their questions on it. So if we do have some students facing the similar problem but got successfully solved, they could offer some suggestions there as well. I must say that students engaged with this module pretty well because we have a really good online anonymous platform. Because in regular life, we do have many shy students. They're just too shy to ask questions they have during programming. But with this anonymous platform, all their questions will come from a nickname. So basically, they will believe nobody gonna judge them because of the question. All the questions will be treated equally and will be answered immediately.
I observed that it was very beginner friendly, and I was not expecting that. It was also challenging for the advanced encoding ones, but it was a clear delimitation. If you were a beginner, there was no stigma, nothing, no question was stupid or something like that. And there was a clear delimitation between beginners and advanced people. And you could easily just jump from one another whenever you felt like you needed a bit more information or a bit less of a challenge.
I definitely enjoyed the TechTrex coursework the most. It was just a lot of fun just to do, There was a lot of content for all the beginners, there was a lot of content for people who had a lot more experience. I lay somewhere in the middle, so it was perfect for me.
Actually, regardless to what kind of teaching method we use, checking students' understanding is always a good idea. So basically what we have done for this module is, at the end of each lecture, there were some short multiple choice questions for our students. The student could use their mobile or laptop to log into some application or a website to vote anonymously to these questions. So in which case, it is quite obvious for the lecturers to check whether the student have already understood these learning objectives already or not.